I am about to show you how and tell you why we are rotational grazing chickens. So to give you some context on our overall operation here, we are priming our land base for a gourmet, grass-fed beef and lamb operation. And what role that the chickens play in this particular operation is not only a cleanup crew for pasture sanitation, but they provide a natural source of nitrogen fertilization for our grasses. Now this is something I did not know until I picked up this book by Alan Nation, which is Grass-Fed to Finish, a production guide to gourmet grass-finished beef. Now on page number 35 of this particular book, he wrote something that really shocked me, and that was that artificial nitrogens will create an unequal protein to carbohydrate balance within the grass plants themselves. And what this does is that it prevents the proper type of weight gain at that very final stage of the growth of the animal. And this creates a problem because at the final stage of finishing your animal, you want a good amount of carbohydrates in the grass. So artificial nitrogens, chemical nitrogens, will raise the protein content of the grass and not the carbohydrate content of the grass. So if you are artificially nitrogen fertilizing your pastures, you may end up with poor gains on your animal at that final stage, that finishing stage, which is extremely crucial. And that is one of the reasons why we are putting so much work in up front to get a natural system for nitrogen fertilization on our pastures. In this same book, it says the best finishing gains for grass-fed and finished animals will come from grasses grown with slow release natural soil nitrogens. And one of the first things that a rancher friend told me was that chicken litter is a slow release source of nitrogen. So if you would like a complete source list for this whole setup and a link to where you can get this very book for 35% off, please click on the link down below and I will email it straight to you. She is taking up the lead here today. For 10 days, I agreed to let her be the boss of me, and then we'll see how it goes.
No, you said I could be the boss of you in chicken stuff forever, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because you didn't have any.
But if I have like a better idea,
Yeah.
then I'm the boss. Are you bored with this already, Lou? Yeah?
So.
What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty excited.
Pretty good?
I don't know, but...
Alright, walk out in the middle there so that people get a size perspective of one 164-foot poultry netting. Now one of the sides here was provided by our existing perimeter fence, which is pretty tight for our sheep, so keep that in mind. Also serve us well for lambing because we had some concerns about predators on pasture during lambing, but if we've got this electrified netting, it just provides an extra layer of protection so that we can keep them on pasture during that time period. So now that you don't have to have just one chicken yard.
No.
Now you can have chicken yard wherever you want. So we got it going on here. Chicken mama back there is reeling with the possibilities. She's already got 7 different breeds going on all different parts of the farm. But basically this has created an immediate pop-up safety run for chickens. I mean, you need to provide some overhead protection, but that is, I mean, I've seen people just do things like a piece of corrugated metal on stilts just to provide that overhead protection, but you've got your chicken run right here. This is great. All right, this is 164-foot poultry netting, electrified poultry netting. So the purpose of this system is manifold. So we've got fertilization going on with the chicken droppings, which chickens drop, depending on where they're at in life and how much you're feeding them, drop 1/3 of a pound of manure every day. That is one of the most nitrogen rich manures in the whole animal kingdom. Then chickens also scrape apart cow pies, which if you don't get that taken care of, you're gonna have fly issues, and basically having the chickens do that job of scraping apart the cow pies, eating the bugs out, keeps your fly population under control. That was good. I didn't see that on the video. You do it again with the other ones.
Oh, that was too far off. Tonight I'm gonna go up to the hen house and get the rest of the keepers.
So there will be about how many in here once you get all those?
25 or so.
25. So we have 25 in here right now, and based on what I told you earlier on about 1/3 of a pound a day of per chicken of manure, we're gonna have about 3,000 pounds worth of chicken manure dispersed across this property just from 25 birds alone. So that's pretty good, and that's per year. So we are about 8 weeks out from that initial setup of our rotational grazing system for our chickens. It's gone very well. My sister is an overachiever and moves them not once a week but once a day as she is able. Now if it were just me and I actually tried this, I would just skip the poultry netting altogether, but the thing is that chickens have such an intense homing device inside of them that they will return to their original coop if you do not keep them contained in their portable chicken coop area. So what we've done is we've used this electric poultry netting, but sometimes, actually most of the time, we don't even electrify it. They seem to respect it pretty well without the power on it.